It's like I was saying. I think I'm gonna stay at this camp spot. I don't know. Play it by ear. I kind of would like to move around other spots, but I don't want to take this all down, put it back up. It's just a big deal. It's not that big of a deal, but especially the cot. The cot's what takes me the longest to put up and set down. Like the cot took at least 10 minutes longer than the tent. I didn't time it all, but I got the time lapse doing some of it. But all right, I want to talk about the food I brought. Let's see, because I'm on the carnivore diet. I've lost. Well, let me just talk about the carnivore diet. So I started it. I've kind of flirted on and off with it for the past 2 years a little bit, but especially this April, I did it strict for like 3 weeks, and after so the heaviest I was right before I did that, and I was 287, I think, 289. I know I didn't hit 290, but I was like 287, 289, and my wrestling weight in high school was 182, so I'm 100 pounds overweight. And I'm like, I'm gonna do the carnivore diet because I'm also a truck driver eating junk food, and I've always, I love meat, and bacon and beef and elk, and it's like, so I decided I did it for about 3 weeks, like, well, it was 2.5 weeks where I only ate steak, and then the steak got a little bit old. And I didn't get old, but I just wanted something different, and I bought a crock pot at Walmart in Winslow, Arizona, because I'm on the semi truck. Any truckers out there, that Winslow, Arizona is a good place to stop. They got truck parking right next. There's a truck stop right next to the Walmart. You can park there, walk over. Don't leave your car. Put your cart away when you're done, though. I mean, and don't litter. That's why trucks can't park in places. But anyways, that's a whole different story. I hate truck drivers. Suck. Truck drivers are dirty. I'm a truck driver, and I hate 99% of other truck drivers. Obviously, it's not that high, but yeah, truck drivers suck. Anyways, carnivore diet. Did it for about 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks in April. Well, 2.5 weeks just like steaks, and then I did like another week with pot or beef chuck roast, and then I think I went home off the road a little bit, or something. I was home for a bit, but then I would fluctuate off and on. Mostly not strict carnivore. Most of my meals were meat, but once a week, once every 2 3 weeks, I would have a pizza. Pizza is my weakness. I love pizza. My favorite pizza, Domino's, especially when they have the 3 topping pizza. You get a barbecue pan pizza. You get a pan pizza with barbecue sauce, and you get sausage, bacon, and onions. Or so I guess I almost always did sausage, chicken, onions, but the past like 2 years I did bacon. Anyways, that's besides the point. Pizza's poison. Carbs are poison. Bread is poison. It makes you fat and inflamed, and it's just, dude, I feel so good on the carnivore diet, and I'm down to, last time I weighed, I think it was 234. Like I said, so I did strict in April. May, I wasn't that good, and then June, I was pretty decent. But then, end of June, beginning of July, I went and hiked the Highline Trail in the Uintas, and I didn't stick, I didn't, I, dude, my main source of food on that, my friend, or my cousin Patrick called them my cousin Patrick called them my survival M&Ms, but the main thing I ate was peanut butter M&Ms because the calories for weight is like so high in them, but they're obviously not good for you. So next time I want to backpack that again next year, and I'm gonna have to figure out what I want to try to do it all carnivore. I mean, beef jerky, cheese, like what? I guess you got pemmican and biltong or whatever. But also another thing that I wanted to do, because depending on the temperatures, but I just thought about that before I came on this trip, and that's why I bought so much bacon on this trip. I'll tell you how much all the food I got. That's the whole point of this video. I was gonna say what food I brought, but anyways, well then let's kind of talk about the carnivore diet. But coming down, I was like, what's stopping me? Like instead of buying beef jerky, that's $13 for like 4 ounces of beef jerky. Why don't I buy a pound of bacon for $6, and I can cook that up, and then I could just put that in a Ziploc and eat it. Because most of my hiking, and then I could take that hiking and just eat it throughout the day. It'll be fine throughout. It'll be fine unrefrigerated. They have the pre-cooked bacon. I know it's like sealed or whatever, and they probably have different additives and preservatives, but I've heard from people and I've read it, and I mean I'm gonna try it tomorrow or the next day. I don't know if I'm gonna cook bacon in the morning, but tomorrow night I'll definitely cook up some bacon, have some leftovers for the next day to take hiking. and I'm just planning on eating the bacon like jerky, and we'll see how that goes. But I bought uh, well, I was talking about my hiking the Highland Trail. So let's finish that subject before I get sidetracked. I did that at the end of June, or it might have been the end of July, beginning of August. I can't remember. Yeah, it was the end of July, beginning of August. But throughout the year, for the most part, like most of my meals, I would eat just meat. Like I haven't had buns on a burger. I have not had since March. Like a lot, like even today, like I went. I usually don't like. I wanted the hamburger patties, but it was breakfast, so McDonald's was only serving breakfast, and I was on the road coming down here. I was kind of hungry. I just got the sausage patties, or I got the sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddle, but then with no McGriddles, so it's just sausage, egg, and cheese. And I'm sure it's not the healthiest ingredients. Like I don't know, they probably have additives and different spices and maybe syrup in the sausage or whatever. I know Walmart had this Italian sausage that I really liked, but it's got high fructose corn syrup in it. So I need to find something better for sausage wise. Anyways, let's see. August, I did pretty good back on it. And then September, I was pretty decent. Went hiking. Went hunting with my cousin Patrick and actually hiked a lot. Probably lost a decent amount of weight then. Didn't eat bread. I think I had some chips, some Cheetos, some jalapeno cheddar Cheetos. I had a bag of those. I know I shouldn't. And that was September. Then October, deer hunt, I was pretty good. I think I might have had one thing of chips too, jalapeno Cheetos. Like anymore now, dude, when I go shopping, you just shop around the edges, you know? You go in, you buy your bacon, your eggs. I'm kind of trying to cut back on dairy a little bit, so I don't buy as much cheese. I did bring cheese on this hunt, or this camp hunt, whatever. Okay, I zoomed in, changed the camera angle a little bit to see what it does. Where was I? So after the hunts, November rolls around. Most of November, I was pretty good on the diet. Like, leading up to Thanksgiving, like November 1st until the 22nd or so, 23rd, like I was pretty good. I don't know, I can't remember exactly what I ate, but I know at least twice, I think, in November, like at least once before Thanksgiving, I got a pizza. And then the day after, a few days after Thanksgiving, I think I got a pizza. Yeah, I guess it would have been like the week after Thanksgiving. But since then, so that was like I think it was the 29th, or it might have been the 30th of November. Well, hang on. Because also, so yeah, I think like the 30th or the 1st of December, 30th of November, I had a pizza, I think, and then December 1st, I took, my dad left on the semi truck. He went up, picked up a load, then he came back, he stopped by the house, and we had a burrito that night. And so I did have tortilla. That's like the first tortilla I've had in forever, you know, whatever. And then I had, I can't remember what they call it in Spanish, but it's marinated pork. It's not adobo. It's I can't remember. It's like a French. It's Spanish, obviously, but I don't know. I can't remember. It's blanking me. But anyways, I had that, and it was really good. So that was like December 1st, and then since then, I've been strict carnivore. Just eating mostly bacon and eggs with I like Asiago, or we just, my mom and dad just bought a new house, and I'm living with them. And there's a there's a store, the store nearby us. I haven't seen it at any other stores, but they have pre-sliced Asiago cheese, and I'll tell you what, I made an omelet with that first time. I was like, that's the best omelet I've ever had. This time, I think I brought one pack with some slices of Asiago, and then I got some little they call them like snacks from Walmart, or cracker bites or whatever. They're just cut up in like sizes where you could eat them with a cracker, but it's just pepper jack cheese. I haven't had pepper jack in like a year, so I wanted to get some of that. Like I said, it's probably not like, 100% pure. Only, there's probably other stuff in the pepper jack, obviously, to make it spicy. But it's better than 99% of the processed crap. I'll tell you, while we're on the topic of cheese, dude, when I was hunting with my cousin Patrick, his coworker brought up some cheese that he got from this Amish place, and I guess the place that makes it's like out in Michigan, I think, or something. It's called Troyer, and they make this green onion cheese. This is the best cheese ever. I'm gonna buy some more next time I go up to visit them. Yeah, my diet for the whole December now. It's the 16th now, so it's only been like 2 weeks since I've been really hardcore again. But sausage, or not sausage. I don't think I've had sausage. I've had bacon. Well, I guess I did have a couple. There was one pack of sausage. But then bacon, eggs, Osceola cheese. I usually mix those all up in an omelet. Sometimes I'll put sour cream on it. Sometimes I don't. I only put salt in the eggs. I don't put pepper. Honestly, the past 2 weeks, that's what, like, I've mainly been eating breakfast food. Well, quote unquote breakfast food, eggs and sausage. I had ground beef at 2 nights maybe. Had elk a few nights. Elk roast that I just threw in the crock pot. Oh, dude, I had these pork chops. This is where I guess technically I had this Kansas City barbecue rub, so it's got some sugar in it, turbinado sugar, whatever, and probably all kinds of other crap. But I'll tell you what, man, those pork chops I made were the best pork chops ever. So I don't know, I might do that again down the road. I want to do strict like no seasonings and stuff like that down the road, but definitely on my birthday or maybe New Year's. But my birthday is at the end of January, so for sure I might. I'm gonna get some. I think I might try that pork chops again with that rub on. I guess a few days. I did mix part of my elk roast with some golden barbecue sauce that had sugar in it, but down to what I brought on this hunting trip or this camping trip. I brought I bought a 3 pound pack of bacon and I ate about a pound of it out from home. So I brought that 2 pounds of bacon from home, and then there's 18 pack of eggs, but I'd already eaten 6, so there's a dozen eggs that I brought from home, and then I had some leftover elk that I brought. I had some chicken thighs I cooked last night that I brought. What else did I bring from home? Oh, I bought a pack of ground beef. And then Asiago cheese. I think that's basically everything I brought from home. But then I stopped at this Walmart on the way, and they actually had their bacon was on sale, and they had the thick cut applewood smoked Wright's brand 1.5 pound packs. I bought 2 of those 1.5 pound packs, so that's 3 pounds. And then I also bought a 20 ounce pack of Hormel Black Label thick cut, which I've never had that before, so I wanted to try it. I usually just buy the cheap Walmart stuff, but this last time I got Wright's, and it was really good. Um, I've had it before, but that one that I got last time, the Wright's, was like the best bacon I've ever had, so I figured I'd give it another shot. And I've heard the Hormel Black Label is supposed to be good too, so I got some of that. I don't know. I didn't read the ingredients, so hopefully there's not a bunch of corn syrup in it or whatever. But then I stopped and bought more eggs. I bought a dozen pasture raised eggs, and then I bought just 18 of the regular eggs. I know pasture raised is the best, but it was like $4.30 for a dozen pasture raised, and then it was like $2.20 for 18 just the regular Walmart stuff. So I figured I'd split the difference and maybe get some of the nutrients out of the pasture raised ones and see how it goes. I'll see if the yolks are dark. Cause, dude, my aunt used to have chickens, and the yolks were like so dark. I think it's because of their diet, like whatever they're eating, or it just seems like it feels like the yolk is more nutritious, and it probably is. It's supposed to be, I think. Dude, this tent is awesome. With this table, I don't even have anything to put on the table. I don't need to put any stuff on the table, but I love it. All right, I better wrap this up and get camp set up before it gets dark. I'll check in with you guys once I get back. Once I get back in for the night, I'll turn this back on. I'm gonna hurry and get everything in.